Welcome back to Coin Quest. Today, we are going to dive into the fascinating world of Lincoln wheat pennies and focus on one particular year that continues to grab the attention of coin collectors and treasure hunters all over the world, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This little copper coin might look ordinary at first glance, but as we will see, it has an incredible history, and in certain conditions, it can be worth a surprising amount of money. Let us start with some history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. The wheat design on the reverse shows two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This classic wheat penny design lasted until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Now, 1946 was an important year for these coins because it was the first full year after World War II. During the war in 1943, the U.S. Mint experimented with steel cents since copper was needed for military supplies. In 1944 and 1945, they switched back to copper using metal recycled from shell cases left over from the war. By 1946, the mint had returned to a more standard copper alloy composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. So the 1946 penny marked a return to normalcy in the United States economy, and minting as for production numbers, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 991 million pennies in 1946. The Denver Mint produced around 315 million, and the San Francisco Mint produced about 198 million. With such high mintage figures, the coin is considered common in circulated condition. However, do not be fooled. Even common coins can have hidden value if they are preserved in pristine shape. So, what makes a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny valuable? Well, it comes down to several key factors. The first is the condition or grade of the coin. Collectors pay much higher prices for coins that are in uncirculated condition with sharp details, original luster, and no major scratches, or where a circulated 1946 penny might only be worth a few cents over face value. But a mint state coin can be worth much more. Another factor is the mint mark. The mint mark is found just below the date on the front of the coin. If there is no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. If there is a D, it was struck in Denver. And if there's an S, it was struck in San Francisco. In most cases, the S. Mint pennies are a bit scarcer than the Philadelphia issues and may carry a slight premium. Now, let us talk about values. A heavily circulated 1946 penny might only bring around 5 to 20 cents, depending on where. An uncirculated example graded around MS60 can bring a few dollars, but as the grade increases, the value goes up sharply. A gem uncirculated 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, graded MS65 or higher with strong red color, can sell for $25 to $50 or more. Truly high-end examples graded MS67 or higher can bring hundreds of dollars at auction. But here is where it gets even more exciting. Rare errors and varieties can make the 1946 penny worth a fortune. Collectors prize coins with double dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. For example, a 1946 penny with a prominent double die obverse can sell for hundreds and sometimes even over $1,000. Depending on demand. Another variety to watch for is the repunched mint mark on Denver or San Francisco coins, where the mint mark appears doubled. These are highly collectible and can turn a simple penny into a treasure. The highest auction record for 1946 pennies show how valuable these coins can be in top condition with blazing red color. Some have sold for well over $10,000. In 1946 D Lincoln cent, graded MS67 plus red, once sold for several $1,000s, showing that even common date wheat pennies can reach astonishing prices when they are rare in condition and appeal. So, the next time you come across a 1946 wheat penny, do not just toss it into your change jar. Take a close look at the date, the mint mark, and especially the condition. Examine it under good light or even a magnifying glass. If you see sharp details and original red copper color, you could be holding a coin that is worth much more than 1 cent. To wrap things up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny tells a story of America after World War II. It is a coin with high mintage and often overlooked, but in uncirculated grades or with rare varieties, it can be worth a lot of money today. circulated examples are only worth a few cents to maybe a dollar, while uncirculated examples can sell for dozens or even hundreds of dollars. Rare error coins can climb into the thousands, making this a coin well worth checking in your collection. So always keep your eyes open when searching through wheat pennies, because you never know when you might come across a rare gem hiding in plain sight. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the history and value of the 1946 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more rare coin guides. And as always, happy hunting. Today we are talking about one of the most collected coins in American history, the Abraham Lincoln 1948 1-cent penny coin. This coin is more than just a small piece of copper. It is a window into American history. And in some cases, it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first widely circulated U.S. coin to feature the portrait of an actual person. The 1948 penny continues that legacy with the familiar bust of Lincoln on the front, also known as the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. And on the back, you will see the wheat ears design, which gives this coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. Now, let's talk about history for a moment. 1948 was a time when the world was healing after World War II. The United States was experiencing post-war growth, and coins like the 1948 penny were produced in huge numbers by the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Over 317 million were struck in Philadelphia alone, more than 172 million in Denver, and over 81 million in San Francisco, with mint marks D for Denver and S for San Francisco placed just under the date. Because of the large mintage, many of these coins are still around today. But here is the exciting part: collectors are always searching for coins in the best condition or coins with errors that make them rare and valuable. So, what is the value of the 1948 Lincoln wheat penny well in circulated condition? Most are worth only a few cents, maybe 5 to 20 cents, depending on where. But when you find one in uncirculated or mint state condition, the value rises dramatically. For example, a 1948 penny graded mint state 65 with full red luster could be worth around $25 to $40, sometimes even more, depending on demand. That the 1948 D from Denver is especially popular with collectors in high grades, and one in mint state 67 red has been known to sell for several $1,000s at auction. Yes, a coin that once bought just a piece of candy could now be worth thousands of dollars if it is in superb condition. A 1948 S penny from San Francisco also has strong collector interest. Again, condition is key. A red mint state 67 example has brought in over $4,000 at auction. Rare indeed, and highly prized. Errors are another exciting area to look for. Some 1948 pennies show double dies, repunched mint marks, or striking mistakes that can increase value dramatically. For example, a double die obverse where the date or lettering appears doubled can turn an ordinary cent into a coin worth hundreds. Current market values show that even today collectors are paying high prices for the best examples of the 1948 penny, while average coins may just be worth a little more than face value. Condition, rarity, and demand are what push some of these coins into the category of being worth a lot of money. So, the next time you come across a 1948 Abraham Lincoln penny, check the mint mark, check the condition, and look closely for errors. You never know if you might be holding a small copper coin that is worth far more than you imagine. Thank you for joining us today on this look at the 1948 1-cent wheat penny coin. Remember, coin collecting is about history, treasure hunting, and sometimes even profit. So always check your change in your old coin jars, because valuable treasures could be hiding right in plain sight. Happy hunting, and we will see you in the next video.